this video because my body's in a lot of physical, tightness. I don't know how you would say that. My body just doesn't feel loose. It feels very tight right now, so I gotta make sure I'm relaxing my body while I'm doing this. Well, I hope you guys are having such a wonderful day. It's Saturday for me right now. I don't know what day you'll be watching this, obviously, but if it's Saturday for you, I hope you're having a great weekend, and I hope you're becoming refreshed from your week, and I hope you're getting plenty of rest for your upcoming week, because it's kind of on theme of this video. Before we get started, I want you guys to get as cozy or more cozy than I am. I actually need to. There we go. There we go. That's nice. There we go. Okay. So, while we're getting cozy, I want to just plug my stuff really fast. Make sure you guys check out my description below. I have other content linked down there. I make adult content, and I have other non-ASMR content all linked down below, so make sure to go check that out. We're just gonna take some deep breaths. Alright, now that you are cozy, I'm actually going to go ahead and clip this somewhere so I don't have to hold it. That's good. Okay, so welcome. Today, I just wanted to relax on the couch and talk to you guys about something that I've been struggling with that you guys might also be struggling with. And I just wanted to once again tell you guys that you're not alone. My current struggle right now is my fatigue. And if you can hear my stomach growling, I just had like a burrito bowl, so I'm digesting a lot of food, so don't be scared by my tummy sounds. But fatigue, man. Fatigue is a bitch, let me tell you. I have been struggling with fatigue since I was, in middle school, probably around the time I started menstruating. And ever since then, it's just been a cycle, a terrible, terrible, ruthless cycle of never feeling well rested. And that is just, oh my gosh, it's so exhausting. You guys have no idea. It's so hard to wake up and feel like you haven't slept at all. Let me rephrase that. It feels like I slept, but it feels like I only got 4 hours, And I get more than 8 hours of sleep a night. Always. But it's just like to the point where I wake up and I'm just like, when am I ever gonna feel rested? Am I ever gonna wake up with energy? And I don't think I ever will at this point if I don't get some serious diagnosis, something, because I've give somebody fatigue are like not necessarily the things that are giving me fatigue, but also at the same time giving me fatigue. And like, I go to the gym, so I know that it's like I'm not active enough. I know that that's not the culprit because I go to the gym. I do yoga, I do stretches, I walk around a lot. I do a lot of yard work, I do a lot of chores, I move around, I'm not like a sedentary person. I do have a lot of pain though in my body, and so I'm starting to think about whether or not I'm having problems while sleeping. That's one thing my doctor suggested to me, was that it could possibly be the quality of sleep that I'm getting isn't good. It's not good quality sleep, so I'm not getting 8 hours. I'm not getting my full deep sleep. And so I think that's gonna be where what I try to focus on next is my sleep and getting really good quality sleep. So my doctor suggested muscle relaxers. Now, I was kind of on the fence about this because, I'm kind of against Big Pharma. I have a really hard time being on the small medication that I am now. I'm on 25 milligrams of Zoloft every month, or every day, and that's the, lowest dose of Zoloft that you can get. I don't want to get off that because whenever I'm not on my Zoloft, it's just crazy difference in my moods and my just irritability. I just have no ability to relax when I'm not on my Zoloft, so that's not an option. But I'm gonna probably talk to my doctor about doing the muscle relaxers and seeing if that helps me out while I'm sleeping, because I have noticed I've been having a sleep journal of how I feel when I wake up, how many hours I got, and if I remember tossing and turning at night. And for the past 5 days, I have not felt rested. I have felt myself tossing and turning in my sleep, and I feel sore when I wake up. So I think that me trying muscle relaxers to get sleep is gonna be my next move, which is really scary, but I just have to trust my doctor, and we just have to figure this out, because I'm not gonna be able to live like this forever. It is so exhausting, you guys. I literally wake up and I'm just like, why am I awake right now? I don't feel like I slept at all. But I can't just lay in bed all day and be sleepy, because that's not healthy. So it's I force myself to get out of bed. I have to force myself to eat breakfast. I have to force myself to go to the gym. I have to force myself to work. I have to force myself to do everything because I'm just so exhausted. It's not a fun thing to have to deal with. It doesn't make me fun to be around. It doesn't make me... I don't like being in my body, because my brain, I'm such an active person. I want to go out and, mow my yard. I want to go out and rake up my leaves. I want to go. I have a huge pile of leaves that I need to burn, but I'm just oh my gosh. I don't have any energy to move my pile of leaves to a spot that's not under a tree so I can burn it. And it's just holy crap, that little task feels like the biggest task to me, and it's so exhausting, and I just really want to figure this out. But how I've been dealing with it is I've cut back on my smoking, so I smoke marijuana regularly every day. I'm what you would call a pothead, and I I was thinking, oh, well, I'm always tired throughout the day because I just smoke all day long. But I've been, going through trials of not smoking until like 5 p.m. and I still feel this insane fatigue throughout the day. So, I mean, I'm still gonna go on that. I've been smoking regularly for the past 6 years. So, I just really think that I need to lower my intake and see how that goes. But I also use marijuana as a tool, as a medical tool for my nausea, my appetite, and my sleeping. It really helps me sleep because of my pain. I've just become really reliant on it for sleep, and I don't know. The smoking part of it is really bad for your blood pressure and it can cause hypertension, which leads to your heart working more, which can lead to, long-term health effects on your heart from overworking when it doesn't need to be overworking, whenever your heart isn't. If you're sitting down and your resting heart rate is really fast, that's not good for you because that means that your heart is working way too hard for what you're doing, and that's a bad thing. So if you're just like sitting for hours and you have a high heart rate, that's like, you should get that figured out. But my blood pressure is really low, so I've never really been worried about getting high blood pressure. But there's other things that, you don't just want to avoid high blood pressure, you also want to avoid things if you have low blood pressure. Like, you want to avoid things that thicken your blood, you want to avoid things that cause extra cholesterol and all that stuff. And I've learned that smoking actually can heighten your cholesterol because your body isn't like cleaning things out the right way, or something. I can't remember exactly what it was that I read, but it was a study about how smoking and the effect it has on your arteries. And it's there's so many good things about marijuana, but there's so many bad things about marijuana, and it's just now being studied, so I think it's not very smart for us to just be like, yep, it's good for you, go for it. It has no health side effects whatsoever, because I feel like when we have little experiments on drugs like that, it's just like we don't actually know what the long-term effects of doing it every single day are because we've never studied it. Like, in a legal standpoint, there's never been an actual legal study on the long-term effects of marijuana use in a legal society. So, now that there's so many states that have become legalized, it's like they're doing so many more studies on it, and there's a lot more coming out about the negative effects it has on your health. And so I've really just been trying to take that to heart and not be naive about it, because it's so easy to just be naive about something and just pretend like it's not happening because the grass is always greener, right? And so you're like, I don't want to stop smoking weed because it's like, it helps me with all these things, but it's like, that could be the reason I'm dealing with all of these things is because of my marijuana intake. But so that's been something that I've been trying to slow down on. I'm so bad at it though, and that's, guys, it's okay to be bad at quitting something. Nobody ever said that quitting something was easy. I personally used to smoke nicotine. I used to vape, and that was probably the hardest thing to quit. But I did it, and so can you. It's possible. It's just really hard, and that's what I feel like I'm going through right now with my marijuana intake. Is it's really hard to stop, but it's like I just need to slow it down a little bit because it's just, I can't be tired like this forever. I'm just gonna start aging, and it's just gonna start getting worse and worse and worse, and then by the time I know it, I'm just gonna be withered away puffiness in your eyes all day long. It's not fun. Because I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to make myself food. And then I sit on the couch and I'm like, but I could go back to sleep. I could sleep right now. But I could fall asleep right now. If I did that, I would sleep for 4 hours. I can't take naps. And I know you all are going to say, oh, well, if you took naps, it would probably help you with your sleepiness. But there's actually nothing that proves that taking a nap compensates for your lack of sleep. It actually can cause the opposite. It can actually make it so that your sleep cycle doesn't function properly. So that's something that I don't do. I don't take naps because it actually messes me up. Like, it messes me up. I've never woken up from a nap and been like, I feel so much better. I've only ever woken up from a nap and been like, holy crap, what day is it? Where am I? How long have I been asleep? You know what I mean? And that's just not, I don't like that. It doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't feel like right to me. I will definitely take like 10 to 20 minutes here and there throughout the day to like rest my eyes or just, relax with my eyes closed. But I don't let myself like fall asleep because it's just so detrimental to my sleep schedule if I do. And it's not fun. So, yes, I don't take naps, and it's like, seems so counterproductive because I can just, like right now, this is the best feeling. The best feeling that I have throughout the day is whenever I just sit and do nothing. It feels right, it feels like that's what I need to do, but I can't let myself do it because then I would do it all day. Yeah. Let me know if any of you guys feel that. Because I just have no idea what's wrong with me, and I'm just tired all the time. It could be so many things. It could be I eat too much sugar. I smoke too much weed. I don't sleep good enough. I'm not getting deep sleep. There's so many things it could be. Ouch. But I just don't deal with it. I've been dealing with this for 15 years, and I just have never, like, had any relief from it. It's insane. Yeah, but that's my little rant for the day, you guys. I was gonna go. I was gonna go outside and, like, do some outside stuff, but it's so cold, and, like, my body, when it's cold, I just get so tense that I think it makes me more tired when I go outside and it's cold because I'm just like, oh my gosh, tensing. And then I get inside and I'm relaxed and I'm like, oh, it's bedtime. It's been such an annoyance in my life, and I just wanted to rant about it today because it's just really affecting me today. And I hope you guys can relate, and I'm sorry if you guys do relate. It's a struggle. Let me know in the comments what you guys are struggling with. Doesn't have to be something that I'm struggling with, just anything that you're struggling with. Feel free to rant about it. Ranting is such a healthy thing to do. Because we have so much going on up here, Sometimes it's unhealthy to keep it up here, you gotta speak it out. You gotta get it out. Because thinking is different than doing. And, it's like, do you think you're healthy, or are you actually healthy, Like, there's so many people in this world that are overweight, don't exercise, eat like crap, and they're like, I'm healthy. But no, they're not healthy, and it's just like, you know, at some point you have to stop feeding your brain and you have to just start actually doing what your brain is telling you to do, you know? Just, my brain is telling me right now something's wrong. What do I do? Do something about it. So I got it out. Get it out into the world. Make it a known thing. Let the universe know it's there. And then let the universe give you the tools to fix it. You know what I mean? When you need help, you ask for help. And it'll come. And I've always been a firm believer in that. You just need to ask for help and you'll find it. Don't try to figure things out on your own if you don't have the tools to do it. Nobody's telling you that you have to do that. Nobody is expecting you to fix the things that are out of your control, that you don't have the tools to fix. We only expect you to do your best with what you have. And that's it. Nothing else. Everything else is a scam. And everything else is just outside pressure that is unnecessary and literally means nothing. So, you know, in high school, that was like one of my least favorite times to have this going on because, like, you know, I would wake up one day and I would just be the grumpiest, most tired little demon of a child to my parents. And my dad would just be like, "Why are you so tired? Why are you so tired? You're so lazy. You don't get up and do anything." And little did they know, yeah, I'm literally struggling with fatigue. Like, they didn't see it as a medical problem. They saw it as a personality problem, you know? So, if you have a child and you're experiencing them being lazy, don't blame it on their personality. Maybe check out their diet, check out their electronic devices, and if they're, like, you know, using your cell phone before bed is so bad for you. Like, and we don't talk about that at all. Like, it's so bad for your brain to have all of this influx of information, this intake of information right before bed is so just like, no, don't, why are you doing that? Your brain literally takes like an hour and a half to unwind from thinking. So if you're just on your phone and then you go to bed, your brain is taking that time to unwind instead of healing your body. And that just, if you are a parent, don't just shame your children for something that's out of their control, okay? Because then you create an adult that still has no idea why I'm so tired and lazy all the time, because I never got it figured out, and now it's on me to figure it out. I don't know. Do with that information what you will. Love you guys. I hope you sleep so well, and I hope that you guys are well rested when you wake up. Let's do a little prayer, shall we? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for allowing us to communicate and connect through our cellular devices. It is such a privilege that we really see so rarely as being a privilege, and I just want to say, please look over my friends who are with me tonight watching this video. Help them with any of the struggles that they are having. Lord, please just help us to be less hard on ourselves and understand that the things that are out of our control really aren't the things that determine who we are. And it's the things that we do principles that determines who we are. I say these things in Jesus' name, amen. And I hope you guys sleep so well. I love you guys so much. I'm so happy you're here. And